third feedback that we have is Trello managing projects sophisticatedly. Most popular project management tool. Facilities have attracted the user and it has become popular among users. So they use Trello to manage projects with a remote team working on the projects, which is very good. Also, Trello can be used on platforms like computers, tablets. So they are talking about the cross-device experience here. In order to use Trello, users need to have proper internet connection. Without a proper internet connection or proper network connection, users cannot use the application. Okay, so what they are saying is working offline is not available in Trello. So typically Trello has apps. So you have a mobile app, you have an app for Mac and Windows. So given that you have apps and you always rely on internet connection is not something which is acceptable. So if it is just a web-based application, then that is fine. But if you are having apps for your product, you need to have a working offline option too. So we can make a note of it. Working offline is not available. Okay, and then they're saying Trello is more suitable for simple projects in a small scale. It is not suitable for big projects with many teams. So even this feedback is related to managing complex projects, managing large projects with complex workflows, I believe. So what we can do is we can just give a +1 to the feedback that we had captured earlier. Then they're saying users can only upload files up to 10 MB for each attachment. Files bigger than 10 MB cannot be uploaded if you are a basic member. Only business can. Okay, so Trello is basically available for free to use, but it has certain restrictions. So if you want to become a power user of Trello, you have to pay for it. So you have to take their premium version. So we'll move on to the next feedback. It says the good, not so good, and all of Trello. So they're saying the pros are it's easy to use to-do list project management app. Simplicity aids in its overall feel and use. Trello has some hidden gems such as free downloadable boards, calendar view lists. So they're saying Trello is like a Swiss Army knife for project management. Okay, so from the con side of it, they are saying the Trello's progress is only with power-ups. Yeah, that's true because see, the Trello's product strategy is slightly different. So they are making product available for free, and you can become a power user by taking the power-ups which are available. And for that, you have to go to a paid plan. I tend to whine a lot about the mobile app support, and they are talking about Apple Watch support. Okay, so we can take a note of it. So they're saying that Apple Watch support is missing. Trello is great for smaller teams, but if you have a large team collaborating, so they are also saying the same problem that we saw earlier. So typically, if you have a large team, complex workflows, then probably you will be having a challenge using Trello and getting things done. So we can probably add that here and we can give it as a +2. Let's move further to the next feedback. Okay, use of project management. So they like the powerful free version. Multiple users can save lots of data. Very user-friendly UI. Reporting capabilities within Trello are lacking. So being a project management tool, even I have also noticed that Trello does not have reporting capabilities. But as a project management tool, you are expected to have reporting capabilities. So project reporting, stakeholder reporting are key aspects of project management. So being a project management tool, you cannot miss those. So we should take a note of it. Reporting capabilities is missing. Fine. So Trello does not offer a ton of customizations or have various widgets quite as intuitive as Monday.com. Okay, so they are mentioning about a competitor, probably the features of the competitor, they like it, and they're saying that those kind of customization of widgets is not available in Trello. So this is a point to note that there is a direct customer mention about a competitor, so we can probably note it down. So as a competitor, we got one name for us, Monday.com. Okay, moving on to the next feedback, we can say there have been times where users have issues with Trello loading for them. So it looks like there is a small glitch that they had faced and they have mentioned it. So probably we can skip this. Okay, so again, they're mentioning if they need something with more reporting or customization, then I would suggest Monday.com. So again, they are reiterating about the competitor. Okay, moving on to the next feedback, project management in Trello. I have used many project management apps, software, detailed calendar, project management pipeline, much more. I depend on Trello for my work, business, and personal life. Good. So pros is the ability to have pipeline for all your projects. Cons, the fact that it can be very confusing at first. Part of functionalities can improve. Not sure what they are exactly trying to mention. It is very vague, but probably we can skip this because we do not have further details to understand what is confusing and what can be improved in the power ups. Okay, so Trello for task management. So they were using Trello for till couple of months, and now they have moved to Jira. Looks like, and right now Trello is only used by localization team. So what they like about Trello is extremely easy to use. Trello has a fun brand personality and UI. Trello is a great value price wise. Yeah, that's true. And what are the cons that they're finding is Trello does not have all the functionality of some other competitors. Okay, so they are also, they've not mentioned any competitor, but they are saying that there are other features or functionalities on the competitor side which is missing in Trello. So one thing that they are citing about the functionality that is missing is having swim lanes that highlight specific issues, and at the top of each column create multiple statuses within a single column. Okay, so based on what I can decipher is, so in case of Trello, they have kept it very simple. So you have lists, each list is a status in itself. So you have to do, in progress, and done. So your cards moves across each of these lists or each of these swim lanes. Now it could also be possible that a single card can have multiple status. So for example, if it is in to do state, it can be planned, prioritized before it can be in progress. So probably they are saying that the multiple statuses option within a single column is somewhat missing. So we will take a note of it. Having multiple statuses within a single column or list. Having multiple statuses within a single column or list. Trello is a fantastic for simple views, but it can be very overwhelming once you add many cards with many fields. I could get around this by filtering. Okay, fine. So Trello only offers one Kanban view. You can filter this view, but it would be great if there were multiple views. So they are also talking about different views for the Kanban boards. It's pretty vague at this point in time, but maybe competitor analysis can give us more insights about what they are talking. Moving on to the next feedback. Okay, so they are saying that we use it primarily to manage our engineer to order design and customer approval workflow. What they like is visually represent project workflow status, track tasks, easy to use, yet another cloud service with a subscription and allowing to manage users. This is also pretty vague. Of course, Trello is a SaaS-based tool and that gives a lot of power to it. And they're saying that does provide, okay, does not probably, so they mean does not provide easy executive reporting. Yeah, so we can just do a +1 on this item. So reporting is missing in Trello. Great for simple project collaboration tasks with somewhat tech-savvy users. Okay, it's useful when structured project plan with regular reporting is required. Fine, moving on. So Trello is being used basically by the project management team to organize tasks and schedule them for proper and effective execution. What they like is Trello's boards include a personal board and also a team-based board. There is file attachment. With Trello, you can be able to collaborate better as a team. There is a limit to the size of files. Yeah, that's true because Trello offers a limited file size of 10 MB in the free tier. The capabilities of the project it can handle is also very limited. Very large projects with multiple team may not be handled properly with Trello. So they're talking about again the complexity of the workflows cannot be handled by Trello. And offline access is still not available. Maybe they should be doing something about it. Okay, so again, the work offline, which is also probably a critical feature which is missing in Trello. Moving on, great project managing tool for freelancers and teams. Trello allows me to keep track of all my tasks. Pros, it is very easy to use. One of the biggest advantages that it has quite functional free plan. Yeah. With time, I learned that Trello works best when we set up rules or scenarios of how tickets are created or managed. So it needs a bit of setting up to do in the beginning and understanding GTD and Kanban. GTD is getting things done. It is also a philosophy of task management, and Kanban is an agile project management methodology. From skeptic to devotee, monthly task, sales tracking, production of my YouTube channel. Pros, it's the easiest way to delegate a clear set of tasks to virtual freelancers. Okay, so what the cons they're facing is I would love some kind of clever template option that gives me alternative ways to use Trello depending on what I want to track and manage. So this is also very vague. We cannot decipher anything out of this. So we have captured some inputs from the customer feedbacks that we had. Now what we can do is we can head back and do further analysis on the market trends and competitors to see what all features make sense for Trello.